Hello, this is Spring session. Today we're going to talk about JDBC template. So, using this JDBC template, we're going to do some CRUD operations like update, insert, and delete. And of course, for select, I'm going to little complex, and we have many things to cover. So I'll be having it in the other session. Okay. For now, I'm going to talk about only the update, insert, and delete using the JDBC template given by Spring by Spring. Okay. Okay. First of all, let me open the Eclipse, and as you can see, I have created the project with the name Spring JDBC template, and I have browsed the projects, and let me expand. So first of all, we are going to try using the Spring Bean configuration file, that is the XML file. Then we are going to jump onto the annotations. Okay, so first of all, what I've done is I've created the source main Java. I have the app.class, and let me open. It's taking some time. Okay, fine. As of now, I don't have anything in my app.class. This is my main class. Okay. Okay. Let me save it. I have created the configuration, Spring Bean configuration file in the source main resources. So this is also my class path. So I'm going to talk about this thing. So I don't have anything except the beans namespace. Okay, except the beans namespace, the beans tag or the namespace with its namespace. I don't have anything. Okay. Now the other important thing is as we are working with the Spring JDBC template, we till now we have seen this is my form.xml. Till now we have seen only Spring context, but here now we are going to make use of the Spring JDBC also. So what I have done is I have already added dependency. This is my Spring context, and this is my Spring JDBC as I'm going to work with the JDBC. So this is my Spring JDBC. Along with it, I have added Oracle dependency. But of course, what we need to do is first of all we need to create the here you can see I have made use of the scope and system path because the ODBC, the Oracle driver, JDBC driver, all these JDBC drivers are proprietary, so they're not freely available. So the Maven central repository can't have all these jar files of the proprietary companies like Oracle, IBM, etc. So what we need to do is we need to go to a particular site, copy those jar files, and need to manually install as using the ban and then give them here. So that's what I have done. So I'm going to talk much more about it in my upcoming sessions. Okay, as of now, I've added Spring context along with the Spring JDBC. I've also added Spring Maven compiler. Not Spring Maven compiler plugin for the Java. That's it for now. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to jump on the Spring.xml. So as I said that the people starting the Spring.xml. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to so this is the Spring.xml. So I'm going to configure data source and JDBC template. I need to make use of the both things. I need to make use of the data source. Along with it, I need to make use of the JDBC template. Okay, I need both the things to configure. So I'm going to right click on it, control space. I'm going to select bean, and in the bean I'm going to select I'm going to name it as JDBC template. This is the name what I'm going to give, and the class name is I'm going to control space and select class. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to select JDBC template, control space. It's going to automatically take the class. So inside it, what I'm going to have is I'm going to have few properties like. So what I need to do is I need to refer this JDBC. I need to give it to the refer it to the data source. So I'm going to first of all I'm going to create So I'm going to create the data source bean. So I'm going to name it as data source. So in the data source, what I'm going to do is I need a class. So class of the data source is control space select class and data source. So if I select data source, you're getting all these things. So, but we need to select the proper data source. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'll go to the JS. I'm going to go to the Spring Framework API, and they're going to select data source, and I'm going to see all the possible the classes I have. Okay, I'm going to select Spring API. Then I'm going to select the document and search for the data source. Select all classes, Control F, say data source. Okay, JDBC.data source. I'm going to select this. So when I select this, these are the classes. So these are the interfaces I have, and these are the classes. Okay. Okay, but I need data source. Okay. So if you look at this is the package. So these are the class of what I have. This is things methods. Hmm. Okay. Abstract. Let me select the abstract data source. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to home page. So this is the API, right? So I'm going to select the search, keep my cursor on the package and select search for the data source. So when I enter data source now, let me go to top and select frames. Then I'm going to search for data source. Yeah, so this is the package where we can find data source. So, as you all know, we have three different types of connection tools: DBCP, C3P0, WebLogic, JBoss. All these are connection tools. Um, the Spring has provided dummy connection tools. Initially, we can start a project with the dummy connections. So, before starting this, we wanted to talk about a few connection tools. So let me talk about a few connection ports like DBCP and C3P0, PO, and other things like WebLogic, so JBoss. So these are some of the connection tools. But if you look at all the connection tools, um, but initially, let's say that we need to start some project and we are not aware of the database. We don't know which database we are going to connect. So in that cases, Spring has given us few dummy connection tools. So making use of those connection tools, we can establish the connection and establish. So at later point of the time, we with real. So what we can do is we have Spring has provided the dummy connection tools. Initially, we can um, start the project with the dummy connection tools, and we can change at later point of time with a real connection tool. Okay, so if you're not sure what is the connection tool that you're going to work with and you're starting the project, then it's always good to make use of the Spring dummy connection tools. So Spring dummy connection tools. So what are this Spring connection tools? So where can we find this Spring dummy connection tools? So, so that thing we can find it in the API, as I'm already there in this API. So we can find that those dummy APIs, dummy the classes, the dummy connection tools in the package of springframework.jdbc.data source. So let me click on it. Okay, let me go down. Okay, this is the package. Okay, so here if you look at this thing, we have a connection. These are the interfaces: smart data source, abstract data source, driver manager. So these are the different classes in the package it has. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select first. I'm going to first of all select this driver manager data source. Let me click on it. So yeah, this driver. What is this driver manager connection data source is in class. Okay, and let me scroll down. So you can see is available from 2003. See also it's asking us to see simple driver data source. Okay, we are going to look into it. So let me go down. So these are the constructors. This is the dummy. This is the default constructor. This is driver manager the constructor. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of this one. Okay. And let me go down. Okay. I need some note. Yeah. Here I am. You can see there are few notes. So let me read the note which is highlighted. It's saying note. This class is not actually connection pool. It is not actually pool connection. It does not actually pool connections. Okay, okay, fine. So it's clearly saying that this is not an actually connection. This is a dummy connection. Okay, so that's an important point to be noted. So this is the dummy connection, not the actual connection. Okay. Okay, fine. Let me select simple. It's also asking us to go to the it's saying that see also simple driver. Let me open a new page. Okay, so this is the other class. So the simple driver data source in other class. Okay, and let me read the node. So here the node is same. This is not an actually connection pool. It does not actually pool connection. So this is also a dummy connection pool given by the Spring framework, and we have it from with the 2.5.5 Spring version. Okay, it's asking us to see also driver management data source, which we have already seen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of this class. Okay, so let me go back. So here what I'm doing is so the Spring dummy creation connection pool from the org.spring framework .jdbc data source. If you look at this package, we have few dummy connections. What are the dummy connections? First one is driver manager data source. So this is one class. Other one is simple. What is that? Simple driver data source. Okay. So this is the other dummy connection what we have. So we are going to go with this dummy driver class. Okay, dummy data source, driver manager data source. I'm going to copy this. So I'm going to give it a class as. So let me control space. Yeah, it has automatically um, added the package corresponding package. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inside this data source. I'm going to have few packages, few properties. What happened? Okay. So this will be. So what I'm going to do is control space and select property. So property, the first property what I want is, let me select the name and give space. So the first, for for any the connection to the database, we need four important things. One is driver class. Okay, other one is it may the corresponding driver class. If it is a DB2, DB2 driver class. If it is Oracle, Oracle driver class. Then we need URL. Okay. Then we need password. Sorry. Then we need username, and then we need password. Okay. So these three parameters are required to connect to the database. So what I'm going to do is let me go to Spring Bean configuration file and enter control space. It's showing us different name. So this is the driver class name. So I'm going to select this space, and what is the value? Value is my driver class name. So I'm going to make use of the Oracle. So for the Oracle driver class name is Oracle JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. So this is my driver class name for the Oracle, and let me give another property, that is let me control space and select URL. Yeah, this is the URL. So the value for this is JDBC dot Oracle dot thin colon, you need to give colon at the rate localhost at the rate 1521 colon xe. Okay, this is my name, and other properties for the username and username is Spring, and other property for the password. So the password is ABC. Let me check it. So this is my run SQL for the Oracle. Okay, let me increase the font. Okay, let me see whether this username password is working or not. Spring is my username and ABC is my password. Wow, it got connected. So let me check what are the tables it has. So it has, I don't know, it has a table emp underscore table. Let me check. Wow, it has so many records. Okay, fine. It has so many records. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So to establish the connection between JdbcTemplate and data source, what I'm going to do is, so to establish the connection, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say control space. I'm going to select ref instead of value, and instead of in the ref, I'm going to give the ID of the data source. So let me copy and paste. So now I have established the connection between JdbcTemplate and data source. Okay. So now we are good to jump on to creating insert update delete. Let me go to app.java. Okay. So as we are using XML bin XML configuration file, so I'm going to use class path XML control space application context, right? So class path application context and control one, assign it to the container, and inside this class path I'm going to give the spring.xml file. Okay. So it's always good practice to save the class path application context inside the this thing. So let me import the package. Okay, so whenever we start the container, it's also good practice to close it. Okay, so it's showing some error. Let me typecast it to the abstract application context. Okay, so now I have started the connection container and close it. So let me create the bean. Let me configure the bean, right? Let me give that same bean name here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select container container dot get bean. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the bean. Yeah, I'm going to select this. This is my bean name. So this is the class name. So as we are just going to use simple single thinking it's good to give inside the. So I'm going to just make use of the class name. So I'm going to save it, assign it to the JDBC template. So using this JDBC template, I'm going to call some method. What is that method? Is update. So update using the statement creator or string SQL. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to make use of the string SQL. So inside the string SQL, I'm going to give my query. So my query, let's say that I already know that this is my table. So this is my table. So I have the fields known as e number, name, salary, gender, and address. So let me insert. Okay, insert a new field. Insert into table. Uh, Insert the field. So first one is e number. Okay, I'm going to select 15. Name. So name is ABCDE. And so next one is salary. Salary is 15K. And then gender is male. And then address, my address. I will say my address. Okay. So this is the one what I have. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is what I have. Okay. So I'm going to try to insert the field. So let me run as Java application. So it's running. We got some exception. Failed to obtain JDBC connection. It's saying they failed to connect JDBC exception. Input output error, invalid connection. String format. A valid format is host port number XE. Right. Host port number ST. Okay. Let me go to the spring.xml and check what I have given. Oracle, JDBC, Oracle, thin. Okay, again there is localhost. Okay, so here I should mention XC. Okay, so that's a mistake what I have done. So let me go to the app.java and run it again. So it's running. If there are no errors, it's going to simply turn it. But we got some errors. Let's check what are they. Okay, statement callback, bad SQL grammar, insert into EMP insert into emp table values. Okay, 15 mail, some address. Okay, mail is also an string, so it needs to be in double, it needs to be in quotes. Okay, let's correct that. So mail is also an string, so I'm going to place it inside the double quotes. So let me run it again. Excuse me. So it's running, and I see it got terminated without any exceptions or errors. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to consider it as a success. I'm going to check, select the query, run the query, and verify it. Yes, I can see. Um, so I can see the things whatever we have given, 15 A B C D E. This is the E number, this is the name, this is the salary, this is the gender, and this is address what we have given. So everything got inserted successfully without any issue. That's a good news. So that's about the JDBC template or update for inserting. So let's try a few other things. Let me comment out this thing and let me do a few other operations. So here what I'm going to do is update. I'm going to do update table underscore table set. What I'm going to set, I'm going to set salary. Set salary. Let's say that I need to correct the salary. Salary is equal to 15,000, right? So I'm going to set it as 16,000. Okay, 16,000, where E number is equal to 15 and name is equal to ABCDE. This is the name what I want to, this is the query. So I need to update the salary as 16,000 for the employee is equal to 15 and name is equal to ABCDE. So let me run this. Okay, it has executed without any issues. So let me consider it as success and let me run the query again. You can see the salary got updated successfully. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this record. So to delete this record, what I'm going to select is the query. What I need to give is delete um, delete from table where um, I'm going to give this query where the number is equal to 15 and the name is equal to this thing. So I'm going to select this, delete from emp table, where this thing. So let me run as Java application and see whether it gets deleted or not. Okay, I got some exception. Let me see what is that. It's saying that bad SQL grammar. Okay, so I have two ways. That's the problem. So let me correct that. I don't see that. So it is already corrected. So let me run it again. Okay. So now it got terminated without any problem. Let me run the query and see. You can see the record got deleted successfully. We just have 8 rows. Before that, we had 9 rows. So the last one got deleted. Okay. So using this simple thing, we have done all the, not all the CRUD operations, just the create, update, and delete. We are left with the select. But here, if you look at this thing, it's always good to make use of the prepare statements. Here we are using something else. Okay. So to use the prepare statement, what we need to do is, let's say that I'm going to consider this query So let me uncomment this. Let's say that I need to insert it. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply hard coding each and everything. That's not the right practice. It's always you always need to place the query, in SQL and run it as prepare statement. So this is my query. So to use prepare statement, what I'm going to do is, so I should not hard code here. So instead, copy this. So I need to pass 5 values, right? So I'm going to give 5 question marks. So here inside the update, I'm going to pass the values. So what are the values? First one, let me control space. So let me select string SQL comma prepared statement setter ESS. So let me use this. So first one of it's asking for the SQL. So I'm going to say SQL. We already have 30 in the string. So prepared statement setter pass. What is the prepared statement setter pass? So all the prepared statement setter pass. So we need to provide all the values. We provided all the values. We don't see any issue. So let me copy this and place it here. Now it's much meaningful. So we have created the container. So using the container, we call this JdbcTemplate.class, which is present in the thing.xml. So we have called this. So once it is done, we have instead of directly writing there, we are using prepared statement. So so the prepared statement is nothing but whenever we make use of the question marks, we should definitely make use of the prepared statements, right? So here I'm going to I selected the update. So update. So this is the overriding constructor what I am using. String SQL comma prepared statement setter pass. Okay. Okay, fine. Let me save it. What is this? Invalid character constant. It is none of your business, man. Okay. It's not an error. So I'm going to run with this. Still error. Why so? Compilation problem. It's saying at these 14 we have some problem. What is that? Okay. Let me place this in double quotes. Okay, this one also in double quotes. Okay. So let me run it now. So I think it's getting executed. Now it got terminated. So let me select the query and see if it got inserted successfully without any problem. So why the single quote is not working? Invalid character constant. Okay, it's taking it as some constant. So that's the reason I have selected double quotes. So with double quotes working fine without any issue. So it looks quite simple. Simply we are making use of JDBC template or update and writing all our the queries that about the whatever we want, like update, insert or delete. Okay, so simply by using, so we have only one method, that is JdbcTemplate.update. So using this update, we are doing all the operations. Okay, that's the point to be noted. So using update, using the method update, we are doing all the we are doing the we are we can update, delete, and insert records, right? So using this update, we can update, insert, and delete the records. Okay, that's all for now. In the next session, we are going to talk about select queries, which is a little complex, and there we're going to make use of the query method instead of update. Okay, thank you.